2, test 1, test 2. Coming to you here from the Village Green. Oh, dustly Village Green. It's cold, it's freezing, it's windy, but we couldn't be anywhere else. a very good evening to football fans around the world, in Australia and especially here in New South Wales for NPL women's action, courtesy of the New South Wales Football YouTube live stream. This is round 22 live from the Village Green for the matchup between Uni of New South Wales against Macarthur Rams, 10th versus 2nd today in what is going to be a match where both teams are after polar opposite things regarding their respective seasons. My name's Don Rizzuto. It's a pleasure to be back with you once again to talk all things football and call what will hopefully be a wonderful game of the beautiful game for you in the next 90 minutes. It's very windy today, so if you do hear the gust travelling through my microphone, I do apologise. It's coming right behind us. We're sitting right in the middle of a wind tunnel. My hair's all over the place. The books and paper are splaying everywhere. But what I can promise you is that the chilly atmosphere won't be felt on the field. It'll be exciting, it'll be hot, and it'll be ready to go in just a few moments' time. Both sides are now lining up and are coming onto the field. Referees in the middle are shaking hands. Let's take you through the lineups quickly whilst they do the coin toss, with the Macarthur Rams first, the away side, relatively unchanged since their victory last week against the Blacktown Spartans, a comfortable 3-0 win. Tegan Bertolicio is in alongside Madison Mukkomansky. 10 is Melissa Caceres. Bronte True is up top alongside her. Miku Sanaga is in there in the heart of the midfield once again. Bea Lobo and India Brea are there as well in 16 and 17. Lola Sosai joins Darcy Malone, and then to round out the final two on the field, Kelly Brown, the goal scorer from last week, is in the starting side once again. Teresa Morrissey is in goals. Kiara Roche, Chloe Gordon, Lara Dipple, Olivia Sloan, Chelsea Barton and Tanila Hay are the interchange bench. Then we go over to the home side, who are relatively unchanged themselves after finally snapping a winless run earlier in the week. Tiana Robertson is in goals. Leah Puxty is at centre back. Chloe Smith returns into the starting lineup at centre midfielder. She's just behind Alira Toby, the talisman, in the number 10 jersey. Marcela Santos is also in the team once again after scoring last week. Sabine Montenegro returns at left back. Abigail Everts remains in the side from last week. Abby Lemon, Maya Cameron, Talia Backhouse and Jasmine Lime make up the final 11 as the game gets underway here. Your bench for you for the Uni of New South Wales side is Jasmine Maguire, Amanda Leveskovic, Tiana Petkowski, Alexandra Hinson, Alicia Dalpane and Sarah Moore, as Macarthur retrieve possession after a quick kickoff from the home side and now look to build up from the back, but do find themselves losing the ball rather quickly. And Union New South Wales look to counter through Alira Toby. She's going to be very important today. As I mentioned, they've got some work to do, this home side. Squares it back. Here's that chance now for Santos. Gets it onto her left. Back to Smith on her right. But eventually they get crowded out by the away side defending. And they get away with it. And here's Brown. Looks for the switch of play. Does find that ball through. Here come the Rams. Early opportunity for them. A shot at goal is chopped over the crossbar and out of play, but early warning signs for the home side already, who, despite snapping their winless run during the week, actually on Thursday against Sydney Olympic, a 2-0 win on the road, they have been in a pretty tricky patch. They sit in 10th on the ladder. Haven't had much to show for what has been a pretty good season coming into the First Division for the first time this year. They've got a lot of work to do against the Macarthur Rams side, pushing for minor premiership glories. There isn't long left for them to achieve that. They trail Arpia by 5 points on the ladder. They've certainly got a chance to do it today. But both sides full of confidence after picking up 3 points last week. Push in the back goes unnoticed by the referee. The referees are for you today, I should mention. Is Mason Griffith in the middle, and his assistants are Oliver Lean 4 and Isaac Liu. They switch it out here now to Lola Sasai, playing left back today. ball forward. Can't find a way forward after that, though. So far, Union New South Wales pressing well. They'll be buoyed as well. The reserve side picked up an important 1-0 win just in the match before, which will help their club championship out immensely. But they're also in 10th on that ladder too. Ball forward is a little overhit, and the Rams are able to collect on this near touchline. It's going to be difficult for the ball to go out because the wind is blowing so ferociously. That's nice from Uni as they play out of trouble. Here's Toby. She's standing up top by herself. Switches it back onto the left. Tries to get in on the right. Lovely ball for here. Here's this opportunity now, but the flag's gone up. Abby Lemon was caught offside. There's Malone now, just jinking and teasing, trying to pick a direction to go. So I have to go backwards in the end. Ball played forward is cut out by the home side. Ball is fed cleanly into Toby, who tries to... She tried to reverse it there to her teammate, but there was no one in the vicinity. Marcela Santos was not getting to that one. Sanaga now. Just keeping the ball well. That's a good ball through there by Brown. Sanaga's on the touchline. Looking for a way through. Can't go past Montenegro. Too good on that occasion. Is usually pretty good at left back. And that's broken kindly here for Toby. She has the ball pitched off her by Caceres. But now the Rams come again. True's putting pressure here on Puxty, but the centre half shows good composure to see it out of play. To Puxty, and she goes quickly to Montenegro. Into Santos, who touches a yay bit heavy, which afforded the right back to try and steal a yard, but a little too aggressively in the referee's eyes. And the boots actually come off. That's how ferocious the challenge was. Maybe not a boot, it looks like shin pads or gloves have come off. It's already too hot out there for Santos. She's had to take off the gloves. Cleared emphatically there by Lobo. Breaks back here for Toby, who's picking up some really good positions at the moment, but again, loses out against the challenge of Lobo. Goes out for a throw, but Talicio gets it underway quickly. So this side goes long and in the wind. It pushes all the way through to Robertson. Buxley driving forward. Montenegro has a yard of space again. Doesn't quite get it through to Toby. They go long over the top for Trues to chase, and she's got heaps of pace to burn, but it really picked up off the grass. The wind will be pushing that ball an extra yard or two today, that's for sure. the path of Lemon. Oh, and Smith turns, didn't check the number, and now this could be a chance for Brown, but it's just a bit overcooked the pass. And Robertson had an advanced position to get away with it there, the home side. Here's Lyman. Switches it out to Montenegro. Strides forward. Now with Santos. Nudged in the back there by Bud Delicio. Referee says that's fair. That's nice from Smith and Montenegro. She gets it trapped under her foot though, and that just denies them the chance of a quicker break. This ball will get held up in the wind and allows Lemon to at least try and beat a couple of players. Doesn't do so. Smith, though, isn't giving up on the chase. Wins it back for Uni. Here's Lemon. Nice touch into Toby. Can she get it out of her feet? Still going here, Toby. But eventually loses out to Sanaga. Playing very direct football at the moment, the home side, and it's causing a few issues for the Rams defensively, particularly in that attacking third. This goes out for a throw. Interestingly, the last time these two played each other, it was a enthralling 2-2 draw over at Linwood. So the home side do know how to beat the Rams. They've got to deal with this attacking set, though. Oh, this is a great and fabulous effort. Oh, it's so very close. India Bayer almost whipping it in the top corner. Robertson was going to have a lot of work to do. It's agonisingly close. Perhaps on a different day, with the wind not gushing so easterly, that may have gone in the top corner. The Uni-based team survive an early deficit. Puxey storming forward. Gets it into Toby, who just passed it straight to Malone on the opposite team. There's a few errant passes going astray for the home side. I'm trying to get it to go a bit quicker and try and catch the Rams flat-footed. It's worked in patches so far, but they'll need to make sure that they stick to the player. This will fall kindly for Lemon to clear. A lovely run from Sanaga. Almost gets it through to Brown. As they remain bunched here, the home side defensively. Eventually they manage to break away. Smith is cool under pressure. Then Lemon reverts back. Eventually Cameron makes that work. She plays a ball down the line here for Backhouse to chase. Lobo does enough to see it out of play. Here's Malone now. Rams having most of the ball, which was to be expected. So far, Uni have dealt with it rather comfortably. Trues is continuing to provide success on that occasion, I should say. Issues down that wing. Here's Trues now. Sanaga. Nice roll there. Comes to Bertolicio. It's whipped all the way to the far corner, but it's just hit the roof of the net. That would have been a somewhat fortuitous goal had it did creep in the far post. 60 to Montenegro. Again in yards of space. Here's Smith. Crowded out though, loses to Trues. Here's Lobo. And that's a nice ball forward over to Trues, who's onside and thought about keeping it in, but again, that wind, it's running straight across the ground, so it's pushing anything out on that far touchline near the campus buildings. Oh, this is a nice run here from Caceres. Gets it to Brown. Falls to Sanaga! It had been coming. And the Rams take an early lead. The in-form away side, wasting no time in getting the scoring underway here at the Village Green. It was a delightful little run by True, who then squared it easily. Brown had a bit of an air swing at it, but it fell kindly to Sanaga, who was Johnny on the spot, attacking into the 18-yard box and had a relatively easy finish in the end. There was no chance for Robertson in goals. And the Rams put themselves in the driver's seat for this one early on with just quarter of an hour gone. Well, to Licio now. Just to play it forward to Brown. It's dealt with initially. And then True was absolutely collapsed there by Maya Cameron. One of the old school kind of tackles. Brown is offside, so that'll be a free kick to Union New South Wales. If it leaves it to the last minute, it works out kindly though, so Cameron can stride forward. Tries to play it into Toby. It wasn't a bad effort, the pass. It just didn't quite have the piercing angle to dissect both defenders. Oh, this is a great run from Caceres. Lovely ball into Brown. Cuts it back onto that right foot. Brown! Brilliant save. Oh, spill kindly for Caceres. It's still not over here, the danger. Brown still trying to find a way through. Here's True. Drops it into the middle of the park. And eventually gets cleared out for a corner. It's beautiful football from the Rams, who have come to play. Caceres is just having a ball out there in the middle. Brown's shot was fierce. Robertson did enough. Probably should have at least regathered the ball. It almost afforded the away side an early 2-0 lead. They recovered in time, the backtracking Uni defenders. Still not over here for the Yellow Submarines. Corner for the Rams. It's whipped in all the way to the back post. Headers on. It was nicely reached by Lobo, and then Robertson comes out and collects it and collides with a couple of players and goes down fairly heavily. She's in a bit of pain and a bit of discomfort, so we're certainly going to have a pause of play here. We do have a relatively decent replacement on the bench in Alexandra Hinson. Well, I don't think that they'll be going to her at this stage. It looks perhaps more like a bit of air, but I'm going to call the trainers on here, though. Hopefully it wasn't any kind of shoulder injury that occurred. to go though, the keeper. And play is back underway. After a relatively decent start, they've been a little bit subdued, the home side. That ball is nicely put through. And then Lemon plays it forward. The run from Backhouse didn't continue. Oh, that's a poor giveaway almost by the Rams keeper. They get away with it on that occasion. Oh, the referee doesn't give a foul there. His effort's brought down by Brown. Caceres now looking for options. Plays it into the path of Brown on the right foot. Well covered there by Montenegro in the end. It's true though. Well covered there by Santos to see it out for a throw. Ball very kindly here for Caceres. Going to that byline, chops it across, but not to anybody in a maroon outfit. Santos tries to bring it away. It's a nice ball forward for Santos. Oh, lovely turn. And then a nice turn by Smith. Tries to play it through, does so. Gets it to the intended target. Here come Uni with the Toby. Brings it forward, looking for options. Toby goes for goal, but Malone tracked back well. Brave header there by Cameron. Here's Lemon now. Uni with a bit of possession. Backhouse. Switches out to Santos now. Onside, needs a run. No, she's offside. Which will be unfortunate. They were building something nice there, the home side. It was their best passage of play so far on the ball. And that'll be a very wind out of the sails kind of moment for them. The wind begins to wreak havoc on my table. Santos now, looking for options. Bundled in the back, they will get a free kick for this one. Ball forward is picked up by Malone. Here's True. Back to Malone. Here's Caceres. Malone gets her way forward. Couple of fortuitous bounces. Rams keep the ball, but Talicio now. Nisanaga. Had the heels clipped. True tries something special, but it's well cut out by Puxty. And Santos gets in there first and wins a free kick. It was a heavy coming together, that's for sure. She is down and out. She's not particularly well. She hasn't moved since going down. The Uni of New South Wales left winger. No movement on the bench as of yet, though, for the home side. Still no movement. Marcelo Santos, we do hope she's okay. I'd imagine, considering she's been down for so long, there will be a change. Looks like potentially it's her back that's gone. Players in respective huddles. Marcelo Santos is back to her feet, which is great to see. Might look like she'll continue. Oh no, she's going to have to be helped off maybe perhaps here. I'm not too sure. She's at least on her feet, which is great to see. But she definitely doesn't look too well. She is going to have to be helped off. So I imagine very much so that there is a substitution coming. It almost looks like the way she's holding it, it could be a glute or definitely a lower back. She's definitely not coming back on though, the way she's coming off. That's a real shame. It was a big part of the win on Thursday. I have to lift her here. She's a lot of discomfort. Could be a hip. It's going to be Jana Petkoski who's going to come on in replacement. And we are back underway with the New South Wales having that free kick from previous coming together. That's a short back pass, but Robertson does well. And then again, it was a slow reaction at the back there. They get away with it, Uni. Lemon gets it into the path of Backhouse. Tries to turn away, can't do it. Here's Malone. But Backhouse recovers well. And now strides away. Plays it into Toby, but Lobo steps up again. Cuts it out. And that's a lovely raking ball out to the wing of India Breyer. But it is called offside. Long up to Toby. Does well to win the initial contact. Still just can't find a support player. Once again, not afraid to put in a crunching tackle. Sosai. Saris. It's a nice ball to True, who might just keep this in. No, it's just a bit too heavy. Here's Lemon. Backhouse. Gets the ball down the line. Does well to hold it up. But she just can't escape the second tackle. Working tirelessly to keep the ball in their possession. But again, it's the Rams that come away with it. Here's True now. Whipped it in. There's Brown. Oh, good header away. Still with the Rams in the penalty spot. Sanaga, the goal scorer, still going. Lovely run, but can't get it away. Comes back out here to Breyer. Caceres. Still going. Gets all the way towards the corner flag. Oh, there's a nice turn. Whipped across, but to nobody, and they get away with it there. Uni. Lobo picks it up, tries to drive one forward. New South Wales resolute in defence. Strong run here from Caceres, tries to get into Brown. Oh, lovely little rainbow flick. But Uni New South Wales stay strong again. Rams just calm again. Uni just can't get their foot on the ball. And then they give away a free kick. What can the Rams produce here? They go short. Here's Malone. To Lobo. Whips it across. Here comes the run of Bertolicio. She knocks it towards the near post, but it goes out of play for a goal kick. Wasn't quite rehearsed, that one there from the away side. Here's Backhouse. An awkward touch. Almost gives it away, but Puxey was quick to react and sent it long and just away from danger. Backhouse with some great pressure. True now and burst down that right-hand touchline. She's got so much pace, even against Montenegro, who's no slouch herself. Doesn't get it across. Here's Brown trying to find a way through for a shot. Back to Sanaga. Oh, and it's tripped just before the penalty box, but referee said that the ball was won fairly. And that's a wasted attacking throw, and it goes out for a goal kick again. As we just creep over the half-hour mark here at the Village Green. If you're just joining us for this round 22 matchup between Uni of New South Wales and the Macarthur Rams. 1-0 to the favoured Rams side, courtesy of the wonderful right boot of Miku Sanaga. Other than that, though, there really hasn't been much else to talk about in terms of goalmouth action. India Breyer went close with a long-range effort just prior to the goal going in. But other than that, it's been few and far between, despite the Rams having a lot of the ball and a lot of dominance. As for Uni, that something needs to change in the second half. They've struggled to create anything going forward. They They have looked nice in parts. Here's Lemon now. Smith into Backhouse, but the pass is overhit again. Doesn't find the target. They get away with it on that occasion, though. Oh, and that's a poor giveaway by Puxty. She's fortunate there that it goes out for a throw. Let's bring down there from Toby. Nudged in the back, and the referee doesn't give any kind of free kick. Then now the free kick given to the Rams. Trip there. And we are going to get a yellow card. Not too sure if that was for Alira Toby or for a person on the bench for the coaching staff for the home side. They clearly weren't happy that the nudge on Toby wasn't given a free kick and then ended up conceding one themselves. Have some choice words for referee Mason Griffith, the man in charge. Was quick to point out that he is in charge and he won't be tolerating any abusive behaviour. Once again, a chance from the set piece. Very far out though. It's going to take a lot to whip this in, and it's not well hit. Puxty deals with it and clears it away. Nice ball into Caceres. That's a lovely chip over the top for Brown, who just wasn't expecting it. Regardless, it was probably a little heavy, even if she was on the bike early. Sanaga whips it through. Here's Bayer! But she can't. Wrap the left foot around it. Snatched at it. The chance was there. She probably had a bit more time than she thought. And that's a glorious opportunity that's gone begging for the away side to put themselves well and truly in control. As it stands, though, despite all this possession, Uni's still in this. Here they come now. Montenegro picks up the ball out at left back. Tries to find some options forward, but they're not there at this stage. Puxty to Smith. Here's Smith now. It's a good ball forward. Koski brings it down. Has to come back though. This is better though from Uni, keeping possession. Not rushing it. Here's Everett now. Cameron, lovely ball into Backhouse. It's a good run. She's having a quality game here, the midfielder. Lovely switch of play to Lemon. Gets it into Toby. Looking for a way forward. Wants the run from Backhouse, doesn't get it. Switches it back to Lemon, but Sanaga's there to clear. He tries to switch it out here to Backhouse. Backhouse gets it back to Everett and to Toby, but that pass is a little overhit. Still with Uni though. Here's Petkowski. To Smith. Just out to Cameron now. Just tries to flick it into Toby. Lovely touch. Here's Toby with an effort. And finally, we have our first shot of the evening from the home side. It was nicely worked. They got it into the right boot of Toby, who just got underneath it as it sat up a little awkwardly for her. But it was much better from the home side. As I mentioned just previously, they're well in this game. They may not have had much of the ball or much of the opportunity in front of goals, but the most important statistic is the scoreboard. All right, now, they're only 1 goal behind. That can always change in a blink of an eye as this ball over to True is nicely weighted. It's Bertolicio who ended up chasing it. And a free kick is given, and I think we're going to get a yellow card here for Tegan Bertolicio. We are. She's applauded by some of the home fans here. So having a slow restart here. I'm not entirely sure why. Eventually it goes up there. And it's not well cleared at all. Fire loses out though. Backhouse went back to Lemon, who wasn't really on the same wavelength. It's been a wonderful first half on the centre midfield at Backhouse. It's Sanaga. The goal's still the difference. Throw is almost kept in there by Caceres, but she just ran out of room in the end. 5 minutes and counting for the remainder of this first half. But we are going to have probably a fair bit of stoppage time. There's been a couple of players that have gone down, most notably Marcelo Santos, who went off injured before. Here's Caceres picking up an errant ball from Robertson's poor clearance, lovely touch from Brown, tries to flick, probably had the opportunity to, didn't attempt it in the end, goes out to True instead. Bertolicio gets the ball across now, but it's not particularly accurate, or raking strike there by the fullback. Wasn't a dreadful hit there by Sasai, but it was always going to be difficult to beat Robinson from that particular distance. Is Everett. We've got to be careful here as Rams apply the pressure. Sanaga now. I think she wins the throw there. She's unlucky. It certainly looked like it came off a maroon sock last. Is Brown. Sasai. It's a nice raking ball over towards Caceres, but it's overhit. Montenegro picks it up and then just plays it away. Talicio can't put it forward, and now Petkoski can have a run. New South Wales keep the ball. Everett into the path of Backhouse. Nice roll and turn. Gets away with it as Lemon keeps it in. She made the run, didn't go for it in the end. This is nice here from New South Wales. Straight out to Puxy, and then doesn't enough to get it to Montenegro, who can let this roll. Doesn't want to let it roll too much. Let it out. That's a disappointment in the end there for the home side. I think it was brewing. You could feel it. Starting to get a little bit more confident now. They've worked their way into the game nicely. Brown coming a bit deeper to retrieve possession. That's a nice layout to Caceres. Oh, great run from the number 10. Still going, but Smith tracks really well. It's Toby now. Lets it roll. Still going here. Gets away with it. And then they go long first time. Oh, nice bring down from Levin. There was a call for a hand, didn't come. And then that's a nice switch. Lovely touch from True. She'll just burst into space with such electric pace. Isbaya still going. Goes back on that left again. Isbaya, but straight down the middle and easily saved by Robertson. Greatest pass forward from Puxty, but Toby's picked this up. She's just lost out as Malone stepped in front and won the ball. Here's Sanaga, breaking ball into Brown. Does well to keep it, but loses it eventually. Here's Smith. Lemon to Backhouse. Nice switch of play here to Petkoski. Gets away with it there. That ball forward not particularly good. Is Smith. Tries to find Montenegro. But Alicio came across and made a telling touch. We're into added minutes of the first half now. Here's Puxty. Rolling forward. Loses out the first time, but then fortuitously gets the ball back. But Smith then tries to 180 back into danger. That wasn't the right thing to do because now Brown is on her way. She just couldn't bring it under control though, and it rolls speedily out of play and out for a goal kick. And that's the danger that they possess on the break. The Rams, so much speed up top. And they get away with it that time. Uni were very, let's say, sloppy in possession before. Here's Smith. Everett plays Puxty, who didn't know who was coming to get it. Gets played into a corner. And then manages to at least win the throw. Can't be long left now, you would think, of this first half. Depends how kind Mason Griffith is with the added time. Ball up to Toby. He does well to bring it down. Still with Uni, but they're crowded out. Who can get potentially a goal before the end of this first 45? Not long left now. Rams try to jink their way through, doesn't work. Uni try to just hoof it upfield and try and get on the break, but they keep conceding possession with the balls forward. That's a nice ball into Brown by Lobo. Plays it off to Caceres. Still with Caceres. Tries to find True, who's onside. Switches it across. It's Sanaga for a double here at the Village Green. The ball was beautifully weighted from Caceres into the path of True, who whipped it across. All Robinson could do was parry it back into the danger zone. And it was once again Miku Sanaga who was loitering around the penalty spot to hammer home hers and her team's second goal of the evening. I think there might be some question marks whether or not True may have been on or offside, but there wasn't too many complaints from the home side, who go a second goal down right before the whistle, and it's a real sucker punch for them because they had worked their way back into the game so well. The Rams now have that cushion that they were searching for. ball will go out for a goal kick. In the end, the additional minutes that really affected Uni was when Marcelo Santos went down. It ended up costing them a second goal, and they go to the sheds with some work to do in the second 45. Half-time here at the Village Green, match day 22 of the National Premier League Women's Competition. Macarthur Rams 2, Union New South Wales 0. A double from Miku Sanaga, the difference between the two sides so far. But there has been a golfing class throughout the first half, with the Rams really dominant, and only, I guess, the scoreline flattering the home side so far, who have only mustered one shot on target, or not, one shot on goal so far, and they've got, as I mentioned before, some catching up to do. We're going to take a short break here on the Football New South Wales live stream on YouTube and come back to you with the second half from the windy Village Green. 45 still to come here at the Village Green for your match day 22 between University of New South Wales, I should say, against the Macarthur Rams. My name's Tom Zudo. It's a pleasure to be with you for this game and for the second half. If you're just joining us now, the Rams are going into this second 45 minutes 2 goals to the good, courtesy of a double from Miku Sanaka. Almost a bit of deja vu for both goals, scored from exactly the same spot. They have been dominant throughout, but haven't quite been able to show it too much on the scoreline, despite the comfortable lead that they show on the scoreboard now. As for the home side, they've got some work to do. They were outplayed in that first 45 minutes and haven't had much to show for their hard work defensively. They almost went to the break, only 1-0 down, but in stoppage time they were once again pegged back, just as they were finding a way back into the contest. Macarthur now will kick off with Mason Griffith getting us back underway. Doesn't look like there's any changes for either side. Ball had gone out for a throw, it seems, so we're going to a uni throw. Is Toby trying to find a way through. The Rams play out of danger really nicely. Here's Mukomavsky. Doesn't have too much to do, but that's a lovely ball in the path of Caceres. A whipping ball, but it's cut out well by Lemon. McHouse done a decent enough job to bring it under control, but couldn't do the rest, unfortunately. This breaks kindly now for Breyer, but she goes down in the tackle. It's well cut up there from... There is the player change, actually, I should say. Tanila Hay is on in place of Bertolicio. She cuts back around a couple of players, still going here. An excellent run. Does eventually get the ball into the 18-yard box, and it has to be cleared away. Here's Mukomavsky. But that's a bad pass from Sanaga. One of the only errors that she's had today in what has been a 10-star performance for the centre midfielder. Right, switching it across to Sosai, who does well to keep it in. Lovely ball into the path of Breyer again. Gets a player to fall onto the ankle, still with Breyer. To Sanaga, lets it roll past, but can't quite fashion an opportunity for a shot. Lobo streaming forward, eventually loses out, and then Uni just hoof clear. Trying to throw it into space, but doesn't go anywhere. Oh, and that's a nice run there from Malone. Brown was onside. She holds it ever so slightly. Now goes out to True. And True trying to go down the side. Oh, does brilliantly to cut back across. And then the touch from Malone is just a bit too heavy. But it's wonderful work again by Bronte True, who's given the Uni defence all sorts of trouble today. And the second half starting much like the first did, with Rams well on top. It's a giveaway from Sanaga though. Here's Petkoski. Puxty continued the run, but didn't receive the ball. And that's a rather rough challenge there from Lemon on Sauce. Hey, tries to play it in. Oh, it's a nice little lay off there by Sanaga. Whips across and it almost is tapped in there by Brown. All it needed was just a nudge, a tickle, so to speak, from either one of the white boots of Brown. But she couldn't find a telling touch. And Uni survive. I think a third goal would be well and truly all she wrote here today. Plays it long. It's ricocheted off. It looks to be there the foot of Sosai, so they get the throw, Uni. Lyman goes back to Lemon and then goes back to Puxty. He switches across to Montenegro. It's Montenegro now. No one in the middle at the moment. And Koski, oh, nice turn and go. Cuts back on the inside, has got that pace. Well covered though in the end by Hay. Koski still has it here. Lovely turn again, tries to use that pace, but Hay does really well defensively in the end. Koski trying to find a way through, has to go backwards. True wins it. Brown gives it back. Brew rides a couple of challenges. Brown comes across, but Robinson is brave in charging out and collecting the ball. It's Puxty now. It's a nice ball into the path of Backhouse, who's on side here actually. Still wiggle the way through, but it's impressively stopped there by Lobo. a nice layoff there from Backhouse to Lemon. Trying to go around Sosai, but fullback again is strong. That's a nice win back there from Cameron. Eventually they're going to get a free kick here, the home side, and this will be their first real opportunity to throw something into the mixer. It's been few and far between from a attacking set piece perspective. There's only really the one corner to mention so far. Swept in, it's nicely weighted to come out of a punch. Here's Lemon with an attempt, but it just didn't quite sit for her. It was a bit closer than we expected. They break away here, the Rams, as they survive the element of pressure from the yellow shirts. Long ball forward to Pereira, who's been called for offside. I thought was a slightly harsh call. Lemon. To Lyman. That's a nice roll through there from Smith. It's picked up here from Backhouse. Strength is good again. Tries to play Petkoski through, but again, it was well covered defensively by the Rams, and now they counter. And here's Breyer bursting forward. She's got Brown in the middle, still with Breyer. Trying to find her way through. She's held onto it a little too long. Evades a couple of challenges, then gets it across, parried away, and then air swung by Brown, and then lofted over the crossbar. Well, that should have been 3-0. Petkoski again can only parry the cross into the danger zone. Had Brown made any sort of connection with the shot, it would have been 3-0. She didn't, and they survive here, Uni. Oh, this could break kindly here for Brown if they're not careful. Eventually Uni cover. Now they can swiftly move forward as well as the game begins to open up. They go long to Backhouse, who takes it out really well. Into the path here of Petkoski forward, but well kept in the end there. My Morrissey. Uni applying some sort of pressure. They managed to play away from them though, the Rams. And now Malone plays it into the path of Brown, but she just traps it under her feet. And then, I'll tell you what, the game just stopped. Everyone expected to pause. Petkoski, lovely footwork still going here. Puxty makes the advanced run. He's got Backhouse there in the middle looking for the supporting run. Lays it off nicely to Petkoski. This is nice from Uni. Stringing the passes together. Can they still bring it forward? They tried to get it across the Lemon, but it's pinched. And now a surging one from Sosai. Still going here. Rolling it forward into Brown, but she is offside. It won't matter. It will go all the way through to the keeper. Game really being played at an electric pace now. Both sides going for it. Very stretched the game. Toby onside here. Good ball forward. Lemon plays it into Backhouse. Goes back to Lemon. There's players in the middle. Can she find Smith? She can. She trips on the foot there. And eventually they get rid of it there, the Rams, and they hoof clear. just been their Achilles heel today, the home side. There's moments in the final third where they just are sloppy with the pass. That one included. That one was arguably one of the worst, if not the worst. It was a poor pass there from Everett. Didn't look, just flicked it to where she thought somebody was. Loses the ball and gives cheap possession back to the leading Rams. That's good pressure there though. Backhouse draws it back to Toby, goes back to Backhouse, but it's never really on the same wavelength at the moment, this Uni side. They string a couple passes together and then they lose it there. That's a nice ball into the path of True, who's got pace. Montenegro does really well to get back and cover and keep it in. Hay wins it well, but then the ball is played forward into Petkoski, but it's too far and it's collected easily by the centre half, Mkompkapski. Mukkomatski, I should say. Ball forward to Montenegro. Was actually brilliantly played by Puxty, but she wasn't ready for it, the fullback. And now the Rams come again through True. Comes back onto the left foot. Tries to find one through, but doesn't. On the first attempt, gets the ball back from a lucky bounce. Not a great pass from Sosai out to Breyer. Toby still going. Sanaga does enough to just tow it out of play. Rams winning every header there in that exchange of aerial ping pong. Right, here come Uni. Petkoski needs some support. Eventually gets it. Into Toby now. The touch is too heavy. And the Rams now break. Here's True. That's Caceres who's actually bursting forward. She's got Breyer out on the left. Here goes Caceres. That's True now making that run. Into Brown, who gets enough on it, but doesn't get enough on it to find a target. It was definitely a flash of lightning in the distance. Let's hope it stays away. Oh, lovely ball into the path of Brown. Tries to get it back on that right foot. Here's Brown! Oh, and it wasn't far away. Just whistles over the crossbar. Nice ball into Toby here. Uses Lemon now. Tried to play someone forward and no one made the run. Just always seemed very isolated up top, the attacking players for the Uni of New South Wales. Here comes Hay storming forward. Into Brown. Lays it off nicely to Caceres, who gets there first. Back into Brown. This is that chance for three. Round the keeper. Petkoski does enough to put her off. And eventually win the free kick too. Oh, she gets a bit of a argy-bargy there. Puxty gets away with it there. Petkoski does well to win it back. She's been excellent since coming on for Marcela Santos. That's a bad pass from Smith. She's been a bit rusty today. That's nice from Caceres, still going. Finds Bryant, trying to find a way through, but she's crowded out. Backhouse now. can't break free. Rams get it back, but then they lose out to Backhouse, who's worked tirelessly too. And then Robinson just goes, I'm going long. Lobo wins the header, but it's picked up here by Uni. It's his Lyman. Finds Toby, who wins the free kick. There's a substitution, a double one is made. Sarah Moore has come on. Ball's whipped in from Toby towards the keeper, who collects it very comfortably. That's great keeping there by Morrissey. I mentioned there was a couple of substitutions. It looks like Jasmine Maguire's come on alongside Sarah Moore. Here comes True. Still going. Oh, well tackled there by Smith. And now she turns and goes. That's much better from the centre mid. Tries to play a long ball up to Petkoski, but not even Usain Bolt's getting that one. And it's easily recovered. Those attacking balls forward have just not been right today for the home side. Here's Sanaga. Finds True. Brown out to Hay. Here they come. The Rams through Hay. Storming forward. Here goes Hay. Squares it to Brown. It falls over. Comes to True. Oh, it's Caceres who eventually gets the shot, and she has her shot blocked. Sanaga now. Jumping over a couple of tackles. Lovely ball through into Brown. Here's Hay again. Oh, and it's not far away, but I think the flag for offside has gone up. That time she went for the shot on her left. She probably should have been more selfish previously and had a go herself instead of squaring it to Brown, who, to be fair, probably would have scored had she not lost her footing. Here's Moore now. Now, time becoming the number one enemy for the home side as we approach the championship rounds. Kept in nicely, and then fortunately Lyman can't keep it in. Ball's played forward towards Toby, who may have been offside before. She eventually lost out to Teresa Morrissey in the chase for the ball. So a hook clearance. That'll take a wild bounce off the Astro. It made it very difficult for Breyer to keep it in. Here's Puxty now, playing it at left back. Nice ball into Moore. Couldn't lay it off to Petkoski. Saris wins it back for the Rams. And now Malone brings it forward. It's got so many great players on the ball, the Rams do, in that middle park. Here's Petkoski. Puxty had made the run, didn't use up. Now the switch comes. Actually, got lost out there by Smith, who probably should have let it roll. Here comes True. She's got plenty of players in front of her. Cuts back onto the left foot. Here's True, and oh, it just nicks the toe of the right foot before she has a swing at it. And it meant that her shot was shanked to the left. Excuse me, the right of the upright. Play it up to Toby, who just managed to keep this. Can she get it to Petkovsky? She can. Will it break for a uni player? It won't. So may stay in play here with this wind if Trues wants it, and she does and keeps it in. But Everett is there to make sure that the counter-attack is squashed. Petkovsky now. Is Smith. Nice footwork. But Lyman loses out. Moves into Breyer. And Sarah Moore has done well to win it back. And that, well, I'm surprised that no card was shown there by Mason Griffith, because that was one of the clearest shirt pulls you'll ever see. As we get a substitution here for the away side. India Breyer is going off, and it looks like as well Bronte True. Get the two players coming on for you in a second. It's not a great ball forward from Yvette. She gets away with it though. She gets the ball back. To Puxty. Oski has made the run. Stayed on side two. Can't go around Hay though. Here's Puxty now. Whips it in towards the semicircle of the box, but she only finds Lobo, who went on a mesmerising run. It's a nice ball into Toby here, who'll keep this. She just can't bring it under her spell though. Now the Rams look to bring it forward. They are stopped in their tracks though. Home fans willing their side on. They've looked better in the last few minutes and have been better in this second half, no doubt about that. There's been a renewed sense of energy about them. Here comes that pressure now. Sonaga goes for it, almost gets it. Uni survive. Toby brings it down nicely. And that's a good run here from Lemon. Lobo's got some work to do. Does so brilliantly. And calmly, she's really been tested today. It just goes long back. It's not a great touch there from Lobo. Comes now to Toby. Dances to the outside. Tries to use her pace. Does really well. Gets it across. Can it fall here to Sarah Moore? It's almost in, but brilliantly saved. Teresa Morrissey had to get down low. It just didn't have the power required in the end. which allowed the keeper to get down and cover it. If it had any kind of pace on it, Morrissey was struggling to get there, but much better from the home side. Everett with a great header. Puxty does well. Plays with Petkowski. Back to Puxty. Wants the run at Petkowski. Will get it. Here she comes. Down to Petkowski. Towards the byline. Drills it back across, but just hangs on a little too long and allows Morrissey to cover. That pass probably should have come first time into the 6-yard box. But the home side are coming home strong. Can they get a goal here? That would really set this game up nicely. The Rams have just dropped off in intensity. And Uni, a side that never gives up. Fighting. Here comes the corner. Toby whips it in. It's nicely weighted, but it just doesn't have that whip into the 6-yard box. Comes out to Smith. Still on the ball. Now the ball comes back in. Lobo heads it away. And the Rams will try and play out. They lose, though, to the pressure of the Uni defence. They're still going here. The Uni side, holding the ball, being stronger in the tackles. I think they've lacked inside that first 45 minutes. And they're beginning to keep the ball a lot more. Here comes Everett, storming forward. But the pass doesn't find the intended target. She gets it back, though, fortuitously. Comes out to Toby, who should keep this in. No, it's too heavy. And that's a real wet sail again there for the home side. It's just been their Achilles heel. Haven't been able to sustain the pressure. And their passes have been a tad inaccurate, which has allowed the Rams to escape any kind of severe danger in front of their goal mouth. That's not a great pass from Lobo, who just gives it straight to Smith. Smith has a go for range! Oh, and it's not a bad effort. It was relatively straight. Morrissey probably had it. Oh, lovely touch here from Sanaga. Hayes made a big run too. Can't get it to her though. Puxty steps up and wins it. And now looks to burst clear. She's got a bit of pace too. Puxty still going. And eventually is crowded out and concedes the free kick, trying to win the ball back a little over eagerly for referee Mason Griffith's liking. Well headed away from Everett. Caceres drops it back to a fullback who loses it to Moore, who pressured well. Was just hoisted long. Will go out of play though. Ball on there by Caceres. Nicely done. And here comes Brown now. Hayes made the run. She's got Sanaga in the middle. Hay goes herself, but it's well covered there by Puxty once again. She has a bit of an air swing at it though, which allows Hay to regather. Here's Sanaga. Oh, and it's a rash challenge there from Petkowski. Sanaga just jinked too cleverly away. Well, can the Rams make this one count and really put the game out of reach? With 10 minutes to go. Brown whips it in. There's Lobo. Oh, and it's a free header. In the end for Komavsky. Probably should have found its way into the back of the net. But as it stands, it's still 2-0. And Uni still have a chance. But they are running out of time. Ball goes long up towards Toby, but that's not going to stay in. Toby does well to win the ball and keep striding forward. Oh, it's a poor giveaway there though, and they get away with it as the Rams can't counter as quickly as they would like. Koski to Puxty. Here's Everett. Tries to get it to Smith, does so well. Oh, nice ball forward. Here's Moore now. Certainly made a difference since coming on. Everett now switches it out to Puxty. Into Petkoski. He's got Hay in company. Oh, nice reverse ball into Puxty. But it's well covered there by the centre half, Komavsky. And then ends up winning the throw too. That's excellent work. Header breaks kindly here for Caceres. She displays cleverly and drops it back. However, not on the same wavelength as Sosai, who just sends it long. But it was needlessly touched there by the Uni defenders, and it will be a throw for the Rams. Chloe Gordon as one of the substitutes who just lays it back. Comes through kindly to Hay. Here's Brown. That's a lovely ball across. Comes into Sanaga, who can't bring it down. The clearance ends up favourably for Uni, who can now break. Here comes Lemon to Smith, who then wants the ball from Moore, who kind of gave up on the run. Corner now, chance, whipped in towards that 6-yard box, but that's well collected by Morrissey. That's great keeping. Commanding the area. Ball forward, here's Moore now. This goes back to the right. Puxey's now playing out at right back. There's a free kick here. Still got a chance via the set piece to make a difference. They'll probably really want to make this one count. Toby drills it in. That's nicely weighted. Oh, and the header from Everett is not a bad one at all. It came to them a little quicker than they probably expected. Actually, it's Abby Lemon who was on the end of it there in the end. Just a matter of game management now for the Rams, who have done the hard part and just seen this one through. It's not been a particularly energetic second half from them. They've had a couple of chances which probably should have resulted in this game being put beyond reach earlier. Here's Hay. Cuts back inside. It's been dangerous since coming on. Still going, Hay. Hay with a good effort, but it's hooked too far away from the post. Here's Puxty. Goes long to Petkoski. That's a nice run. Managed to get it going. There's no one in the middle apart from Toby, who's just getting there now. Petkoski trying to find a way through, but the Rams again cover well defensively. It's a poor pass there from Gordon. Gifting the possession away. Puxty now. Nice ball into Toby. Just caught in a corner though. She can't get around and actually wins the corner. Much to the bemusement of Mukakomaski. And now they'll have another chance via the set piece. County Uni put this game really close. Not with the corner like that. Caceres just plays it away safely. Smith does well to get the ball away to Moore. Keeps possession. She's just crowded by so many maroon shirts. It's still going here. Gets it to Toby. Oh, just couldn't find the pass back. Breaks kindly to Petkoski though. Tries to go around Hay, but once again, too strong. Puxty back to Petkoski. He's on the byline now. He's going to try go round Hay, who has just done a really good job on the floor to make sure that the winger doesn't burst past her. Here's Toby now. Finds Lemon, who just dinks it back into the middle. And this will be easily gathered by Morrissey in the end, who will just wait for the chasing attackers to come and put pressure on her before she picks it up. Some real you-know-what from the goalkeeper at this late stage, being 2-0 up. Good ball forward as well to keep possession. As 90 minutes draws to a close. It's been a energetic and fast-paced second half. It's certainly been more assertive from Union New South Wales, but they just couldn't find a way through in the end. They've still got time here though. Not too sure how long that will get added on. I can only imagine a couple of minutes as we get looks to be a substitution here as Brown goes off. Brown goes off, and replacement looks to be Chelsea Barton, who's come on. Here's Caceres, who's played wonderfully as well today, and wins a free kick to really wind down the clock a little bit more. She's a little hurt from that tackle though. I think she won't stay on the ground for too long, because they'll want to wrap this game up and get on their way back down the M5. Celebrating a well-earned 3 points. It's been tricky in parts for the much favoured Rams today. They were very, very good in the first half and sort of did what they needed to do to see out this second half. Those goals almost identical to one another as the wind wreaks havoc on my furniture once again. We are going to have another substitution. Caceres comes off. Looks like Olivia Sloan is coming on as the replacement. The ball is hoofed long and out of play. A throw to Uni. Referee Mason Griffith is continually checking his watch to make sure that they round up closely. Here's Sanaga. Can she get a hat-trick on the day? Here comes Hay instead. The touch is a bit heavy. Petkoski covers. Eventually Hay wins the battle. Ball forward here to Sanaga. To Hay, who just hoists it in towards Barton, whose touch is nice there, but she couldn't get through the crowd of uni shirts. Ball forward is a little wild and it doesn't go to an intended target. Here's Petkoski now. Can there be a consolation goal here for the home side? The ball forward is too heavy and Morrissey collects it easily. Imagine now that this will be close to the final kick of the game. Still no sign from referee Griffith that the whistle's going to be blown. Here's Sanaga now. Advantage played. Goes on a mazy run. Goes towards the corner to hold the play up and run the clock down a little bit more. She eventually loses out to Petkoski. But it will be in Vale because she's done enough to see her side through another grueling 90 minutes of this incredible competition. Full time here at the Village Green. It is the Macarthur Rams who continue on surging forward towards another finals appearance in this year's National Premier League Women's competition, and also chasing down a minor premiership as well as they go toe-to-toe with RPL Leichhardt. In the end, 2 goals directly from the same spot in the end, inside the first 45 minutes, courtesy of Miku Sanaga, with a player of the match performance to put her side 2-0 up inside the first 45. And they did enough to see it out in the second. Uni New South Wales fought valiantly and certainly picked up in the second period, but it wasn't enough to get past this classy Macarthur outfit. We hope you enjoyed today's coverage. It's been a windy one, but it's certainly been hot and steamy on the field and a thrilling match once again. Full time here from the Village Green, Uni of New South Wales 0, Macarthur Rams 2.